and I'm offering a pick a card, a pick a door reading. Excuse the hum in the background, that is a space heater. And for some reason today it felt important just to keep it on. It was a gift from my grandfather who has since passed, so forgive the hum in the background. Notice which door calls to you. What do you feel drawn to and why? And you don't have to know why. And the beetle was calling out. And the beetle knows how to dig deeper to transform. And when you step up to dig deeper to transform, what opens up for you? And are you willing to transcend? We don't always know what's on the other side of the door. The idea the price is right has been really just coming in a lot of readings. This idea of like making the choice to be inconsistent in the audience, and then making the right move to step down to make a choice, to then being a contestant to pick a door. And it's like you have to make these stages to then transcend. You have to make these choices. You have to make this effort. And it's with love that Spirit opens these doors to you. And it's your choice to feel it out. And I remember in elementary school this idea of like you touch the door before you open it if you're not sure, right? It's just like you sit in meditation and feel out the energies before you give it a go. So maybe that lands with you. As always, take what resonates. You are by far your greatest teacher. My intention is to inspire you on your journey to continue to shine your light and dig deeper to find your potential to move past any resistance you might have to shine light and uplift humanity. Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing. I'll put this timestamps down below. If this first door called to you, there might be a message here for you. So layers in your experience. And this idea of like portals, like there's so much to go through, so much to walk through, and how exciting each layer, each experience, each lesson, each class is, each human you've encountered. Passages, spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. And what layers are you letting go of? And how each experience is a rebirth. And how each rebirth is elevating humanity on some level. Awakening consciousness of humanity on some level. So you, just like in the TED Talk of, what is her name? I can see the TED Talk, but I can't. Jamie Shepherd. She says, and you've probably heard this in other readings if you listen to my talks, my pain is not just my pain, but if it's everybody's pain. So what if there's more to what you're growing through? And what if humanity needs you to continue to spread your wings and release the layers of the burdens of the past? You are incredible. And yes, Spirit honors your growth. Keep growing, keep spreading your wings. Bottom deck, the star, you're healing. And you're healing for the collective, not just for yourself. This is more than you. This is about humanity. And I know not everybody agrees with that. Start from here, they say. What do we have here? What new love awaits? Whether it's a passion project, whether it's a new human being, a new love that you accept into your life, or new love that you give. And love can't come in and pour in if you've closed the door. If these experiences from the past have just, rather than awaken you, have just like been like lock and key to your heart, there is no way that this rebirth can come in. There's no way that the inner child can feel healed and loved. And so can you allow love in, whether it's from you to you, or you through a connection, or you to the collective? And as you let that love in, there is more to come. And as uncomfortable as letting that love in, there's more that awaits. And will you let that in? Oh, Knight of Wands, what passion is here for you? What passion is here for you? And sometimes the Knight of Wands is about, like, they're saying the word go-getter. Like, you might be that go-getter to take that love for humanity, love for your inner child, love for what pours through you from the divine, and take that passion into a new existence, into this new healing for humanity. And you have a rite of passage for what you've grown through. You dig deep and you've been through the trenches to now light the way forward for others. So the Knight of Wands sometimes in some readings is about, like, when it shows up, it's about, honey, wait up. Look for commitment before you, like, drop your drawers. Like, no, in this spread, I'm saying that when you let love into your heart, follow your passions, there is light at the end of the rainbow, and there is healing. So be mindful of what's driving you, whether it's love or the ego, whether it's pains of the past or pure intention. So notice your intention, and is it the pains of the past that's leading the way through this, or the pains of the past that have taught you to love again? So these passages are about learning, releasing the layers, and releasing the resistance. And that's where you take flight. That's where you fill your cup. That's where the passions turn into healing. And the love turns into rebirth rather than the cycle of pain that you've experienced in the past, perhaps. This child, this inner child, how do you coddle yourself on all levels? How do you coddle the collective without burnout? How do you coddle your inner child without giving in to the ego? How do you coddle into the collective without... So there is some need for boundaries, and there is some understanding for passion through your healing and forgiveness. So toting that fine line of your passion, your forgiveness, your healing, and what's pure intention and love. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. So move toward healing rather than continue to put salt on the wounds. Dig deeper and ground in as you spread your wings. What helps you to spread your wings? What makes you feel grounded and supported? How do you know you're following the collective? How do you know the collective needs healing? How do you know your inner child is calling out and leading the way versus your true intentions? That's when you know who you are and who you came to be. That's where there'll be reciprocity. They're saying the word forgiveness again. I'm just going to hold that up to see if that image speaks to you. I don't want to give words to what that is. I want you to feel that for yourself. Bottom deck, seeds of success. And the word matriarch is calling out. So the geisha could be a victim of circumstance, right? Right? Or she can be the leader of her own experience. 6 to 7, it's this growth and transformation. It's this leading, it's flipping it around, is learning from the past, is learning and being willing to accept where you were placed on this planet in this lifetime or those previous, and finding a way to transcend and using that as a passion, a portal to heal rather than loathe, hate, or feel in victimhood. And I know that's so much easier said than done to shed those layers. Those emotions can be heavy. but cut your boundaries and know your worth is the strong. So what's leading you here to love? And is it truth? Your true calling? Is it your inner child? Is it your higher self? Is it part of the collective that you're following? Is it part of society that you're breaking free of? What passions are leading to healing and rebirth, to give you reciprocity rather than continue to cycle? What have you learned and grown through? There is much to be learned, my love, as you surrender to what's true for you and learn to love your inner child and learn to love humanity for who and what it is. And yet it's not beautiful. You can use that to drive your passion to forgiveness and healing. And it is through forgiveness that you heal. Your true awakening comes from that place of love. Metatron, mercy. Bottom deck, Gabrielle. Call on Archangel Gabrielle to learn the lessons and learn the words to speak your truth. He will teach you to work, like he will work through you to teach and transmute the energies to come from a higher place. What has been bestowed to you, like, doesn't have to stay. Choose to walk away and choose to forgive. I do hope this served well. Sending lots of light and love. The first thing that comes to mind here is tradition and transition. There was a quote I saw, forgive me, I do social media marketing for another company, so I'm always got my eyes open to what's out there. And there was something about this transformation of tradition. And it was about this calling for a deeper awareness to what we choose to follow. Take that as it resonates. Your true calling lies in breaking free of those bonds of the past. And awakening to your truth. I love how this door has the mail slit. So what messages are coming in for you? 46. It's a choice to listen to what comes through. Your calling. What messages? Intuitive guidance. So it's a choice to listen to your calling. It's a choice to kind of like cover your ears and be like, I can't hear you. I've been there. Will you choose to ring the doorbell to let them in? Free will. Inner power. If your own command, by your own command, you brought yourself here, and at this moment in life, you have nothing to fear. So you chose this. Your soul called this mission. It called for this. And then you take it on. Free will. More doors will open after this. Like, this feels like a heavy, like, transition, but really more will happen from here. What do we have? 8. Success. 9. This is like, it's already here for you. Like, it's already laid out. Look at this, like stepping stones. Look at this, already done the work. Like your soul did the work in like your dreams or something. It just hasn't quite shown up in the physical world. Like you're doing work in the afterlife or on this like other plane. Like you have nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. What is your sovereignty? The red is really standing out. The patterns are really standing out. You might see patterns, or the patterns and synchronicities are playing out. It's just connecting the dots and following through. What's blossoming for you? And recognizing your own hard work. And maybe you've done some hard work and there's more work to be done. Call on your archangels to continue to lead the way. Look at you go. 9 of Pentacles with that 9 of Diamonds. Do you need more confirmation, my love? And the 8 of Wands. Like the communication is coming in. Your connection to the divine is strong. Let this be confirmation that you are on the right path. And trust the guidance you receive. You are clever. You are witty. And there might be some things that feel very logical. And you're able to connect the dots and be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Let me keep going. And then once in a while, they give you some messages that you're like, hold up, wait a minute. That doesn't align with what my logical brain thinks. And yet that brings you success anyway, right? And so continue to let them in to give you messages. Continue to keep the door open to spirit. And continue to discern too. Like you still have to lock your door at night when you go to sleep, right? So continue to put up your energetic, personal, social, emotional boundaries. But let spirit to come in to continue to drive your success to your spiritual calling. Keep doing the heart work and the physical. This is very physical work, and yet the energetic plane is leading the way. The abdomen of the, or what did they call it? They call it something else of an, I don't think they call it an abdomen of a beetle. This part is calling out. So to me, I'm taking that as the abdomen, the core. Archangel Michael, patience, which makes sense. Like if we think of the pyramids, everything's lined up, but it lines up in divine timing. We can't speed up the alignment of the planets. We can't speed up what our ghosts, our grandparents, our guides have lined up for us. There's more happening behind the scenes, and you continue to manifest your reality based on your wish fulfillment. Your currency with the divine is your hard work for success. Continue to listen and do the work. Bottom deck energy. Freedom. Freedom. I don't feel like there's anything more to say of that. There is a documentary. And that's not, the two I get mixed up. So my words get mixed up. If you listen to my readings, you're like, she butchered another word. And it's like, it's not Barakat as in like the comedian, but it's Baraka as in like, and I could be mixing up the words, excuse me, a blessing. And there is a very delightful I'm going to call it a documentary artistic film that is set to music, where they have them spinning, and it shows just humanity dancing with the divine in so many ways. And so you're dancing with the divine in so many ways. And how does that shine through? Maybe that you can find it on YouTube. Maybe that rings true for you, or maybe comic relief rings true for you. It's the one where if you were to Google it or to look it on YouTube, it's got a child with a little bit of red across their eyes with plants behind, and that's how you know it's that documentary and not that I'm all about comic relief, but that's not the one that's coming to mind. Well, I do hope this served well. I encourage you to continue to listen and trust in your connection with the divine, because it's there and it's strong. Keep letting them in. If this card called to you, there might be a message here for you. I love how the doors just swing open. Isn't the idea of spinning here the way it was spinning? There might be like, you might be undecided, or choice might be like Russian roulette, somewhere between self-sabotage and self-growth. Forgive me. The Secret Lotus, compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. So seeing into the depths of who you came to be and why you are growing through this experience. You might be going through the trenches, and you might in the process be angry and question and doubt the divine because of the emotional turmoil and the lessons that are you're being confronted with. And so you're asked to be like patient, but to go deeper. Go deeper. Your wisdom will enhance from this experience. This is just a tool. Think about it as like going to school. It's like learning another lesson or going through another grade. Two of Pentacles, like balancing act. Look who is all with you. Some of that you might cut. You might not keep all who's with you right now. I don't know why they're giving me that with that card. Ace of Wands, what is your passion? So as you let go of who's in your physical reality now and follow what's truly part of your growth, your soul growth, and you have a choice. You can go either way. You can stay with this, cut your ties, you can keep juggling that human being, or you can connect with who truly fuels your passion at the soul level. Just saying. And it might be something rather than someone. Forgive me if you are not out for a connection. But I get this sense of juggling in the material. And maybe you're juggling with what you're receiving in the spiritual. And that may or may not be tied to another human being in this gateway that you're transcending. Allow love to come in through you. Stop holding to the past. Bottom deck, let me just be real. Bottom deck is 10. So if you're holding to the physical, you might have outgrown this situation, this human being, or you might be so tied like a miser to your bank account, to the material, that you're not allowing some new passion and something greater to come in for you. Don't be afraid to open a door to new beginnings. They're saying, don't be afraid to open the door to new beginnings. Some people might stay on the other side of that door as you walk through the next. And look, and this new reality gives you the 10 of hearts versus the 4. So if you're a miser, you want 4 or you want 10? You want the pot at the end of the rainbow, or you want the first few stages? Do you want to keep juggling and spinning wheels, or you want to follow your passion and fuel your heart? We don't know what's on the other side of that door, which is why we hold. We juggle because we don't know. And Spirit is saying, trust us. We've got more in store for you. Follow your heart, follow your passion. Your body is speaking to you in some way to tell you what's right, but then your mind keeps going back and forth. It's kind of like that 2 of Swords energy, but it's like you already know in your mental mind that you're juggling, and it's like in the emotional, it's like you're right on the brink of letting go of the one, and you're still just like playing games with the two. Keep going. Keep going. Wisdom. You're learning through this experience. Metatron is here to say that something was written in the stars for you to have more. Bottom deck. Raphael is asking for healing and empathy, empathy for yourself for this choice that you are going to be closing doors to the past. And with the Lotus here going deeper into the roots of either humanity or your emotional healing, or the depths of your soul to receive, your pot at the end of the rainbow based on your passions, regardless. Look at this star healing. Regardless of what society has to say, it's with the angels you have this contract. And yes, there might be turmoil in your emotional body. There might be a little bit of chaos in your physical world as you transmute the energies and make this next leg on your journey. Close the doors to the past and open the doors to abundance and joy, love, and healing. You already know what was written in the stars for you to have this emotional freedom. Take steps one by one. Make that offering. Don't hold to the past. Spirit is offering you a new cup of love. Will you drink from it? Or will you keep juggling, spinning these plates, wearing yourself out? My love, you deserve more. Have empathy with yourself. You are kind enough to have empathy with others on their journey. Why will you not offer it to yourself? My love, there's more here for you. There's more than you see and more than you think. Get down and deep and dirty. I say that because the Lotus is like, it moves the roots of the mud. But look, it moves up to the planets. It listens to the divine to sprout. It's beyond control. And it's with its deep heart that it sprouts and it blossoms. Trust. Trust the love that you feel. Sanam. The word magic is coming to mind. You are magic. Distant dream. The distance calls your heart to roam. As you dare to dream it, so must it be. Pass this card on. Your dream helps others to dream. Will you choose to dream? Will you choose life beyond what was handed to you? Would you choose more for yourself? Because you deserve more, but humanity needs to see you rise above. What is your distant dream? What is your wish fulfillment? If you could wave a magic wand and make your wish, if you could have someone like Aladdin, you know, the blue genie at your side, cracking jokes and nudging you along the way, or if you could be like, who is Genie in, you know, and she's in the pink. I have another video with her, but I can't think of her name. But you can choose your wish, and you can choose to enable, or you can choose to grow. Queen of Pentacles, what will you nurture? Will you nurture your own dreams, knowing that it's greater than you? Seven of Pentacles, each seed that you plant, each thought that you bring into your mind helps nurture this dream come true. Not just for you, but the collective. The divine is asking you to come through wholeheartedly, to be that Nurture these grounds, to toil the soil, to care for Mother Gaia, to care for your inner child, and use your wit and wisdom to fuel this dream with compassion and grace. It's all there within you, and it will continue to build and grow. How beautiful you are, how beautiful this dream is. Be that, trust that, wear the hat of the divine and bring it here on earth. Let that be your true calling. And what do you want to manifest? What is your portal of awakening? What energies speak to you? What energies speak through you to build success, to build momentum? Have courage, my love. Have courage, your love, my love, to be that. You will have success. Each seed you plant, each thought you plant, they're reiterating the thoughts that you plant as a seed of success on this planet, excuse me. So the 7 and the 7 doubled up here. So transmuting the past is groundwork, paving the way for the future of not only you, but humanity. And I think that's what we forget, that our suffering has a deeper purpose. Not as in you deserve it, but that as you work through it, it helps others. Trust your intuition to guide you forward. There's magic. Surrender. You don't have to know the outcome, but make the wish. Have the vision. And have faith. So this is a real call to how strong you can be to make this come through. Surrender, intuition, and faith. Look at that combination with the 2 of Wands. It's your vision and being willing to see it through on the physical plane. Trusting the energy that you are, but putting energy into this manifestation, whether it is visualization, like sitting and seeing the bigger picture, raising your frequency with the divine to be that, so that you're coming from a higher place, not from ego. I don't see ego here at all, other than occasionally our ego gets in the way of surrendering or trusting our intuition. But keep working on yourself and keep putting energy into what you can see move through your vision for humanity, and step by step trusting the seed you plant and being that nurturer, being that Mother Mary, being that badass. Have faith that your guides, your angels are behind you as you continue to nurture who you are intimately and with that true compassion for humanity and all that you've experienced. Keep going, keep growing. You are phenomenal. So if any of these decks called out for you, to you, I wanted to share what they are. So we have the Divine Doors Oracle. We have the playing card deck. That's this one. Playing card deck. Sorry if I'm mixing these up. And the Archangel, the last one here. Do hope this served well. Thank you for sharing, and subscribing. I appreciate your support.